going toward an election.
We'll get back to this. The latest poll of the 2020 New Hampshire Democratic primary shows momentum for the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. The Granite State poll from UNH has Senator Bernie Sanders on top with 30%, with a 12-point lead over Joe Biden at 18%, while Pete Buttigieg has gained 14 points since February to place third with 15%. Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris both 10 points or more behind. That's a big spread between third and the rest of the pack, but Mayor Pete, again, you know, I kind of felt this coming when we first saw him on this show, but this is still a pretty stunning rise.
It's remarkable, and I think the question is going to be how he capitalizes on it going forward. I think the other
how he makes it a campaign.
Exactly, how he makes it a campaign. I do think it speaks to the reality that we learned in 2016 that our campaigns are now extraordinarily national, right? I mean, how has Pete Buttigieg managed a jump like that? It has been through doing national media interviews and frankly through impressing in those interviews.
Yeah, well, that's
every single time.
Every single time. Every single person I've talked to has said I'm so impressed with him.
I saw him in New Hampshire, and he has a resonance with crowds. I mean, a true resonance that I haven't seen in a while from other candidates.
Yeah, and I think he's really, I mean, a lot of these other folks are known quantities. I mean, the other two things in that poll I would point out. Joe Biden slipping a little bit makes you wonder if his first day is going to be his best day in this race. Mike, I'm interested to know what you think about that since it's coming up this week. And second, Elizabeth Warren really struggling in a state that's right near Massachusetts. That's a big problem for her.
And the odd thing about that is there's no other candidate. Well, you know this, Casey. Joe, there's no other candidate in the field. If you listen to what she's saying, she has put absolute specific proposals on the table. I mean, really, really thoughtful proposals on the table, and she's not moving.
Well, it is a message for all candidates out there that sometimes having the most specific policy platforms may not be the best thing for you. You look at Hillary Clinton 4 years ago. She actually, if you went to her website, she put together a lot of policy proposals, smart policy proposals. Donald Trump put together none. And we saw how that turned out. And here, I think that Elizabeth Warren's done just about everything right in this campaign.
She has.
I will admit, I am surprised that because she knows what she believes. It is consistent with the Democratic Party. She enunciates it very well, very articulately on the campaign every day. There's no ambiguity. So, yeah, I am surprised at that. But, Willie, you look at those poll numbers. Yeah, you do look at the Joe Biden poll numbers. Not even in the race. He's dropped 4 points. One suspects those 4 points went to Mayor Pete. You do also have Elizabeth Warren, but also look at Kamala Harris down 6 points. And you wonder whether those 6 points also went to Mayor Pete as well. I tell you what, he has really eclipsed most of the other major candidates over the past 3 weeks.
I mean, think about what we're looking at as we leave that poll up for just a second. You have the former vice president of the United States, who's been a national figure for almost a half century, now in a statistical tie with the mayor of South Bend, Indiana, a city of 102,000 people who most people hadn't heard of a few months ago. That's an extraordinary story. Whatever happens from here, that's amazing. Elizabeth Warren at 5%. I would say it was because the voters don't like her ideas, but she and Bernie Sanders have essentially the same ideas, very similar ideas at least, and he's up at 30%. But again, if you watch her at a town hall again last night, she's good on stage, she's got charisma, she can answer any question you throw at her. So there's something else going on. If she can't do it in New Hampshire, it's not clear to me where she can do it.
When you look at Beto, Mika, after this incredible Vanity Fair cover, you looked at the press, gave him nonstop coverage for a week. We're all over him. He was hailed as the new great hope. He's at 3% and has lost 2 percentage points. Again, I think you look at a tale of two candidates, and it's actually Beto that you put next to Mayor Pete, and see he's up 14 points. Beto is down 2 points. In large part, that just has to do with the fact that Mayor Pete hits it out of the park every single time he's in front of a camera.
Yeah, I think the thing that this is about, ultimately, and we can talk about it more, is Trump. I think that's the dynamic at play here. We'll explain it later.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.